Hi, I'm teacher Jekyll and this is our math class. Welcome! On the part of what is it, visualization of spatial figures is a relevant and vital skill for the learners. Through this skill, they can develop their love for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The skills in describing and visualizing spatial figures are not only essential for drawings, but these can also be correlated in engineering in the future. First, what are plane figures? So these are examples of plane figures such as rectangles, circle, square, triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon. Plane figures are geometric figures that have no thickness and they look flat, a two-dimensional figures. It lies entirely in one plane. Above are examples of different types of plane figures. A plane figure can be composed of line, segments, curves, or a combination of the two. Next is the solid figures. So these are the examples of the solid figures: cuboid, cube, cylinder, sphere, and pyramid as well.
Solid figures. The cuboid has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. It is a convex polyhedron bounded by 6 quadrilateral faces, whose polyhedral graph is the same as that of a cube. Para siyang cube na pahaba. Next is the cube. It has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. It is a three-dimensional solid object bounded by 6 square faces, facets or sides, with 3 meeting at the vertex, each vertex. Okay? So, equal ang cube sa sides and sa mga sides and edges. Hindi katulad nung sa cuboid kasi doon sa dalawang parallel hindi siya equal, mas malaki siya, mas mahaba siya doon. Okay, cylinder, it is a surface consisting of all points on all the lines which are parallel to a given line and which pass through a fixed plane curve in a plane not parallel to the given line. Okay, it is like two circles that is conjoined. Okay, and two parallel lines intersect. Okay. Next is the sphere. It is a geometrical object in three-dimensional space that is the surface of a ball. Okay? Wala siyang mga edges, wala siyang mga vertex. Okay? Wala siyang circular lang siya. Next is the pyramid. Marami tayong klase ng pyramid. Meron tayong trilateral, quadrilateral, at any polygon shape. Just as long as they meet on the center or the point from the top. Kung mapapansin nyo dun sa taas. So, meron siyang mag-i-intersect. Okay? Katulad na nakikita nyo sa taas. Okay? So, the base of a pyramid can be trilateral, quadrilateral, or of any polygon shape. As such, a pyramid has at least 3 outer triangular surfaces. So, ganun yung surface niya. At least 4 faces, including the base. The square pyramid with a square base and 4 triangular outer space is a common version. So, ganun yun. Quadrilateral naman as nakikita natin na pyramid. Okay, the last one is cone. It is a three-dimensional geometric shape that tapers smoothly from a flat base. It is formed by a set of line segments, half line, or lines connecting a common point. The apex to all of the points on a base that it is in a plane that does not contain the apex. Okay? That's all. That is all the solid figures. Okay?
Good morning, class. Today, I will discuss you about friction. I'm your teacher, Gerald, and welcome to my class. Friction is a force that affects the movement of an object. It makes stop or slow down because it opposes motion. It always acts opposite to the direction of the object's motion, and it happens when two objects are in contact with each other. Okay, napipigilan po ng force ang force through friction. It's when two objects rub against each other to opposite direction. Okay? Friction can be static or kinetic. Static friction is the strongest friction because it makes an object to stay at rest. It prevents object on the surface to move. Static friction is at rest. Hindi po siya gumagalaw. Hindi gumagalaw ang mga friction na static. While kinetic provides motion. Okay? Example of static friction is a book on top of the table. Kinetic friction is a force that acts between moving objects or surface. So kapag ang kinetic friction ay nagpo-provide siya ng movement. So kapag nag-move ang isang bagay at nag-grab siya on the opposite side, opposite of the other object, it is called the kinetic friction. We always experience friction like when you are walking or running on the sidewalks and you are not slipping. So the feet and the floor are the two objects colliding each other. Friction. You are holding something and it remains in your hands. So the two objects, your hand and what you hold, for example, your notebook or your cell phone, it is a static friction. You're not moving it, you're not rubbing against it, and it does not move. That is static friction. As long as the two objects are attached, okay, and it remains in your hands. When you're riding a vehicle and it slows down and stops, so the brake pads collides to the brake when the brake step down. It means when friction slows down or stops the motion. And when the furniture remains in the place without moving, it is a static friction. All of these are because of the presence of the friction. You understand? Okay. Next. Friction has many effects, such as slowing down or stopping moving objects, prevent an object from moving and affecting movement of objects on different surfaces. So, kapag nagbe-brake, bumabagal, or nagsa-stop siya mismo. These effects can be desirable or undesirable. Kapag desirable, ginugusto mo siya. Ginagawa mo voluntarily. While undesirable is involuntary. Kumbaga, kontrolado mo kapag desirable. Kapag hindi mo kontrolado, undesirable. Even most of the time, friction is useful and helpful. Okay? Most of the time, nagagamit natin ang friction sa iba't ibang bagay at useful ito. However, it can also be a problem. So, alamin natin kung ano ang problem ng mga frictions. Kapag masyado ng nagkakaroon ng friction, when objects slow down, so the two objects became hot or wear out. Pwedeng ito yung tinatawag nating na-worn out, naluluma, nagagasgas, napupudpod. Okay? At the same time, umiinit siya. Example nito, yung dalawang kamay mo. Kapag ni-rub mo siya against each other, your hands became hot. Okay? So, but there are instances where we can overcome or reduce friction. So, ito yung mga such as using lubricants, rollers, wheels, and bearings. So, kapag may gulong, mag-roll na lang siya. Hindi na siya kikis-kis. Okay? Kapag lubricants naman, dudulas. Okay, the slipper it gets, the lesser friction happens. And minimizing contacts between surface kapag lumulutang na. Okay? That's it. Thank you for listening.